They move in silence, hidden beneath murky waters, coiling through ancient forests. For centuries, whispers of colossal serpents have terrified explorers and mesmerized scientists. But these aren't just myths. Some of these giants were real, measured, documented. Others, still out there, lurking in shadows. Today, we dive deep into the world's largest snakes ever recorded, creatures so massive they defy belief. Welcome to Venomous World.
1. Introduction: the unshakable fascination with giants. They crawl, they wait, they grow in silence. For centuries, humans have been both terrified and hypnotized by stories of enormous snakes. Not just the ones in myths or old traveler tales, but real, flesh-and-scale giants that slithered through jungles and swamps. People whispered about them around campfires. Explorers scribbled hurried notes in their journals. Locals told stories that blurred the line between fact and fear. There's something primal about it, something that stirs the deepest corners of the mind. Because when you think of a snake stretching longer than a bus, thicker than a man's torso, you feel small, powerless. And it's not just old legends. Some of these colossal creatures were actually recorded, measured, documented, their presence etched into history.
2. Reticulated python, a living ribbon of power. Among all living snakes, one stands out like a moving rope from another world: the reticulated python. Found across Southeast Asia, it's the longest snake species known today. Its body carries intricate patterns, shimmering under jungle light like ancient embroidery. Average individuals are already intimidating, around 15 to 20 feet. But then, sometimes, one appears that breaks every limit. In 1912, in Celebes, now Sulawesi, a massive specimen was reported at 32 feet 9.5 inches. That number has haunted herpetologists ever since. Was it real? Was it exaggerated? No one knows for sure. But many modern captures have confirmed lengths above 25 feet. These snakes glide through forests and rivers like silent hunters, wrapping around their prey with unrelenting force. One moment calm, the next explosive.
3. Medusa, the record-breaking captive queen. Then came Medusa, a snake not hidden in swamps but living under artificial lights inside the edge of hell-haunted house in Kansas City. A reticulated python like no other. Measured at 25 feet 2 inches, Medusa gained global fame. Her caretakers describe her as calm on most days, but there's a moment during feeding, a shift. Her muscles coil like cables, her eyes fix. It takes more than a dozen trained handlers to keep her safe and secure. She eats rabbits, sometimes even deer, with an unnerving ease. Her presence is so dominating that visitors often fall silent. She became a living reminder that nature's raw strength can exist even behind glass and steel. Medusa's story isn't just about numbers, it's about awe.
4. The green anaconda, weight over length. If the reticulated python wins the crown for length, the green anaconda wears the title of sheer mass. Found in the tangled rivers of the Amazon, it's a creature of myth and reality intertwined. They don't need to chase, they wait, half submerged, invisible. Then they strike with force that can crush bones. Documented lengths reach around 20 to 25 feet, but the weight is what truly shocks. Some exceed 500 pounds, their thick, muscular bodies making them look less like snakes and more like living logs. A few rare stories speak of individuals pushing 29 feet. Not confirmed, but whispered in local villages for decades. In some regions,
The arrival of an anaconda in the river is enough to make entire communities change their routes. People respect them, fear them, and rightly so.
5. Titanoboa, the prehistoric colossus. Long before cities, long before humans, the world belonged to creatures beyond imagination. Around 60 million years ago, in what is now Colombia, something monstrous slid through steamy swamps. Titanoboa cerrejonensis. Discovered in 2009, its fossil remains stunned scientists. Estimated to reach 42 to 47 feet and weigh over 2,500 pounds, Titanoboa was more than just a big snake. It was a living nightmare. Imagine a reptile longer than a city bus, thicker than an oil drum, lurking beneath dark water. Its preferred prey? Giant crocodile-like reptiles. It didn't chase, it ambushed. The discovery didn't just give us a new species, it opened a window into a different world, a hotter, denser planet where reptiles grew to terrifying sizes. Titanoboa was the undisputed king of that realm.
6. Burmese python, a new world invasion. While not quite as large as their reticulated cousins, Burmese pythons have carved their own strange legacy, especially in Florida. Originally from Southeast Asia, these snakes were once kept as exotic pets, but as years passed, some escaped, others were released, and in the warm Everglades they found paradise. No natural predators, plenty of food, quiet swamps. Over time, they grew. Some beyond 18 or 19 feet, the largest recorded weighing 125 pounds. Rangers and hunters have struggled to control their spread. Mammal populations have collapsed in some areas. Raccoons, opossums, even deer gone. These pythons now lurk in canals and marshes, changing the ecosystem in ways scientists are still studying. It's a modern example of how giants adapt when given the chance.
7. Unverified giants, where fact meets fear. Some stories don't fit neatly into scientific papers. Some come from jungles, from shaky helicopter photographs, from the lips of explorers who swear they saw something impossible. In 1959, Belgian pilot Remy van Leerd claimed he saw a snake in Congo over 50 feet long. He even snapped a photograph from the air. The image? Blurry, unclear, debated endlessly. Was it a trick of scale or proof of something waiting in untouched forests? Similar tales rise from the Amazon. Hunters speak of monsters that drag cattle into rivers, whole boats disappearing. No skeletons, just ripples. Many scientists dismiss these stories, but some keep their minds open because history has taught us. Sometimes legends turn out real.
8. The difficulty of measuring giants. Measuring a massive snake is not easy. They don't cooperate, they twist, they tighten. Even in death, rigor mortis can make their bodies contract or stretch, messing up the numbers. In the past, explorers often guessed lengths or exaggerated for fame. Some used unreliable methods, like measuring the skin after stretching it, which added extra feet. Modern herpetologists rely on strict methods, laying the snake along a marked tape, photographing with scale references, or examining bones carefully. Yet controversies remain. A single inch can decide whether a snake breaks a world record or not. That's why snakes like Medusa are so important. They provide measurable, undeniable evidence. The rest, they remain in the shadows, wrapped in doubt and mystery.
9. Why giants matter. Beyond fear. It's easy to just look at these creatures and feel fear, But they're more than that. They are keystone predators, shaping ecosystems silently. They control prey populations, balance food chains, and indirectly influence landscapes. Studying them gives scientists clues about climate, evolution, and adaptability. Titanoboa's size told us that Earth's ancient climate was much warmer. The green anaconda's bulk shows how water-rich environments nurture giants. Even invasive Burmese pythons, problematic as they are, teach us how ecosystems react when a top predator enters unexpectedly. They are not villains, they are clues, living evidence of nature's raw intelligence.
10. The endless mystery of the giants. The world's largest snakes remind us how small we are. Whether they're fossilized monsters buried under ancient coal, living legends in modern rivers, or whispered giants hidden deep in rainforests, they command a strange respect. Some have been measured, weighed, their stories written in record books. Others remain in foggy legends, in half-glimpsed shapes beneath murky water. And maybe that's the beauty of it. Not everything has to be fully explained. Some creatures are meant to haunt our imagination. Somewhere out there, perhaps, another Titanoboa-sized serpent still moves unseen. Or maybe, one day, someone will uncover proof. Until then, the mystery crawls on, slow, silent, waiting.
Legends fade, but these giants, they never truly disappear. From the prehistoric colossus, Titanoboa, to the record-breaking Medusa, their stories remind us how wild this planet still is. Maybe one day someone will discover an even bigger serpent slithering through untouched jungles. Or maybe it's already watching. Quiet. Waiting. If you enjoyed this journey into the depths of nature's giants, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because here on Vetima's World, the wild never sleeps.